Good morning, everybody. I'm kind of at a loss on how to start this video today because I'm kind of in my feelings and I'm not feeling all bubbly and perky, but I'm on a trip and so I want to go see the things. um, this trip was kind of unexpected. This trip was spontaneous for me. I usually do a lot of research and a lot of planning before I go on a trip, but this trip I didn't. I just knew I really wanted to see the redwood trees, and so the start of this trip I've just been kind of checking off all the things I wanted to see: San Francisco, the national parks, all that stuff. But the next half of this trip, I am headed into my birthday, and I'm feeling a little introspective, doing some processing and some revisiting of some ideas, and unfortunately some patterns and some behaviors and things that I thought I had conquered are rearing their ugly head again. So the next half of this trip I think is going to be a little more mellow and a little more me time and a little less bubbly exploring time. I don't know. But I will still show you some glimpses of what's going on because I am going to be going through some cool parts of California that I've never seen before. So I'm headed up to Northern California. I'm going to hopefully see some vineyards and some shops and maybe get some good food. I haven't really had any good food yet. And I really am excited to see some more redwood trees up there and some coastal time. Hopefully I'll have some time for some meditation and to figure out some things. But here we go on another adventure, guys. Let's go see what we can get into. I guess before that, the point of talking to you through this is to say, just like a day has daylight and nighttime, so does life. Life has ups and downs and highs and lows and hills and valleys, and nobody's ever always perky, even though on the social media reels and YouTube channels you see the perky adventures. There's days when you're going to be alone and you're going to be sad about it, and there's days when you're not going to feel like doing the thing. But that's normal. Just like a day has day and night, your life is going to have days and nights, and so you got to still keep going, keep hoping for the next bright day and figuring out what your next right step is, because that's just about all we can do when you have whatever thing you're wrestling with. If it's loneliness or rejection or money troubles or family troubles or whatever it is, we all have something that you're wrestling with. And so all you can do is take your next right step and keep going and keep growing. As long as you're growing through it, I think we'll be all right, y'all. Well, I have been a driving fool in California, y'all. I've been driving and driving and driving. I didn't realize how wide California was. I've already put like 2,000 miles on these cars. This is crazy. But my mission for today was to get to Sonoma Valley, which I did. I saw quite a few vineyards on the way in. They were just beautiful. So many rolling hills. And now I'm going to have a little pinky up kind of bougie shopping day. So I'm at a cheese factory. I'm going to go to some bookstores, some tea shops, probably find some chocolate. You know the drill. Well, this is such a cool little building. This is Vella Cheese Factory, where I got this map, and there is a cheese trail throughout California. I had no idea. There's 42 different cheesemakers in California, and they let me try all of their fresh cheeses, and I had to get some favorites to bring home. So definitely stop here, and I might have to make a return trip to see some more cheesemakers. That's pretty cool. So I'm having a nice little stroll through Sonoma. It is a beautiful area. The houses are gorgeous, but it's a nice little mix because this part of California was like the Wild West, and there's some Western influences, missions, old churches, but now it's a lot of bougie shops, so it's a cool place to see. I'm at the original Williams Sonoma, but I flew here, so I don't know how I'm gonna bring anything home. So apparently this was actually his home, the first store that they opened, and this room was his mother's room. I like this. This exposed beam is very pretty.
She done told me, her papa done told me too. As long as that gal you're fooling with, she ain't no good for you. Baby, that's alright. That's alright. That's alright. Well, that's alright now, mama. That's alright for you.
Well, I had a very fun impromptu day here driving around Sonoma, and I even got to see a little farmer's market and a festival. Check, check, check. I'm gonna go back to my room and enjoy a little charcuterie board in bed and have a good night. Thanks for tagging along on this adventure, you guys. See you in the next place. Well, that was a lot of driving. To be honest, I am getting some kind of like tennis elbow or something in my arm from driving so much. This has been a lot. I did not realize how big California is. Like, you see how long it is. Like, I knew that part, but it's still pretty wide. It took about 5 hours just to get from point to point, going east to west. But I did some more driving, drove from Oakhurst all the way through the Sonoma Valley. I got to see some gorgeous views of the farmland, got some delicious fruit, and stayed in Petaluma, California. So let me show you what the hotel looks like here. It's a neat area. It's very historic. There's all kinds of old buildings. Even this Hampton Inn has like an old-timey vibe. See all the brick walls, but let me show you what this room looks like. Walk into a little foyer area. Hey, howdy, hey, everybody. Bathroom, pretty modern bathroom, stand-up shower, toilet, all of that. And then the bedroom area is really nice. I love the brick, very historic looking. There's maps on the curtains, which was kind of cool. Like, it shows you all of the Petaluma street grid. Bed was really comfy. I had a king size bed this time. Desk was nice for painting and art. And they do offer free breakfast and free parking, so that was nice. I chose to stay here because my next leg of the journey is still driving more up the north coast. So it was a nice kind of in between. Let me see Sonoma and the valley area, wineries, and now I'm gonna be going to see the beach. So thanks for tagging along on this little short adventure here in Sonoma. See you in the next place.